Hi, it's your favourite Yorkshire demo here. It's Suzanne at Hullahbaloo.com, and today's project is this one. So this is quite a long, slim box, good for maybe a bar of chocolate or lots of little chocolates. So for example, the green and blacks that you can get, you could put some of those side by side in here. So the final dimensions of this box are 6 1/4 by 3 by an inch deep. So it's a decent sized box. So this one is featuring a bundle that's currently available from the 2021 to 2022 catalogue. So this, the stamp set I'm showing and the paper are currently a bundle. The paper is only available if you purchase it as a bundle before the end of this year. It's only available during that time. After that time, you will be able to get the other curvy elements of the bundle, but unfortunately not the paper. So this one is in shaded spruce, and I'm going to do the same again, but I'm going to use a different pattern of paper. So supplies, you will need a few little pieces here. So our box is made from a piece of shaded spruce, which is 8 1/4 by 10. We then also need a piece of shaded spruce that's 5 1/2 by 2, whisper white that's 5 1/4 by 1 3/4, a piece of DSP that's 6 by 2 3/4, another piece that's 6 by 1 3/4, another piece that is 3/4 by 6, and then 2 pieces that are 3/4 by 2 3/4. Now if you cut your paper correctly, you can get all of that out of a single sheet of the 6 by 6. So if I show you here, you can see exactly where I cut mine. I can match it back up. Not sure I can match it back up, but you can see where, if I just line them like so, the only bit of scrap is this tiny small piece here. Okay, so I'm going to grab my scoring tool and we're going to start on the 10-inch side. So we're going to score this at 3 and 4. Straighten that up there because it's bugging me. 7 and 8. And then on the short side, 1 and 7 1/4, or you can do 1, rotate your card and do 1 again, however you find it easiest. Pop that out of the way. Okay, so I'm going to grab my bone folder and we're going to fold and burnish all of these lines like so. So my attention, as you can see on my latest set of videos, is firmly on Christmas. I am quite firm on the fact that because lockdown has kicked in again here in the UK, that Christmas gifts and that are going to have to be sent in advance, as the postal system may not be able to keep up. Right, okay, so you will see, if we put it that way, there is a thinner end and a thicker end. The thinner end is what is going to become the fold over lid at the top, like so. So you just need to pay attention to which one is the thinner and the thicker ends. I'm going to put that on this side because I like to cut from underneath. So with the thin end at the right hand side, we're going to cut up these squares along the bottom like so. Going to wedge in those squares and I'll show you why I'm not cutting those off in a moment. And again, up these squares and give that a wedge like so. So you want to then repeat this on the other side. I'm just going to get rid of that little bit there that hasn't quite come off when I've cut. There we go. And then we want to get rid of this one fully. Now I've got long scissors, so I'm happy to cut this, but you could use your trimmer if you're not so comfortable, like so. So then when that comes together, it'll go over the front, which means we don't need that piece. And then I will still be using these as tabs, but we'll be altering those slightly soon. So we now repeat it on the other side. Go up the sides of those squares, like so, wedge in. And get rid of that first flap altogether. Like so. There we go. And then up this other square here. Wedging in again. Like so. So then we've got at the base of our box. So what I like to do is I like to put the DSP on whilst we're at this stage. So we line all these pieces up. So I do not want a piece on the back. I'm not that bothered on this. If I was gifting it, then I would, so you would need 2 pieces of this. But as I would be giving them as table gifts anyway, and they'd be going face down, having one on the back's not important for me. So the thick end is the front, so we'd have one there, like so. Then this would become the lid front, so this is the thin end. Do it this way, it'd be easier. There we go. Then you have one long thin strip, that's for the fold over lid, and 2 sides. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Actually, which way did I? No, I didn't do it on them ones, I did it on these ones. So, easiest way to remember is the 2 ends have DSP, the middle and the bottom don't. So we'll just get these stuck on. Because it's paper and I'm sticking it onto card, I'm going to use my Seal Plus. You could use multi-purpose liquid glue, or you could use tear and tape. That would be a good alternative. I like to use this because I'm a bit speedier with it. She says as she stops. Yeah, so I'll tell you a bit more about this bundle while I'm sticking these on. So this bundle has 2 stamp sets. It has dies and it has the DSP that you see in here. The DSP comes in 3 colours. It has shaded spruce, cherry cobbler and Sahara sand, and is a 48 sheet pack, which is brilliant. The dies have got curvy elements to them. So if you're watching this video, this is coming out on Wednesday. If you look out on Friday, there'll be a card shared onto my blog that uses the other elements of the bundle. And then there's another card coming out the Monday after, which also shares elements of the bundle. So you can get this all on like an early release. It's not going to be out forever, so you need to move quick. Right, okay, so we're going to bring this box together. I'm going to do it very quickly. We're just going to pop some adhesive on these tabs. And only these bottom tabs, not the ones that are attached to the lid, just the ones that are attached to the front. And then we're going to pop some adhesive on this strip here that's against the back. Like so. There we go. Okay, so then how to bring the box together. So this tab needs to come round and under the other tab that has got glue on, and we need to make them meet like so. Yep. And then this one that's got the DSP on comes over and it meets on the top like so. Do that again. So on this side, tab in, bring the other glue tab over and stick, then bring the DSP tab over the top and stick. So then we've got the box. Now these tabs will need a bit more cutting, as when they sit in at the moment they don't quite go in as smoothly as we'd like. So what I do here, if I show you this one, so at the moment they've got a nice notch to them. I'm going to go a bit more steep. So my incline is going from the back of the box forward to the lid. Same on the other side, from the back of the box forward to the lid. I'm just taking a bit more off. Now, you might ask why I'm not cutting them off completely, and that's just so once we put the lid on, we've got a bit of stability. If there were no tabs, this lid could flop all over the place, and that's not what I want. So there we go. That is the box itself. Now we're going to get the ribbon, and I love this stuff. So this is metallic edge ribbon. This is white with silver edging. Not sure how well you're seeing that. There we go, look. So it's beautiful ribbon, and I'm literally just going to pop a piece round like so, and then I'm going to bow it on the front here, if I've left myself enough ribbon to do that. There we go. A bow on camera, she says. Right, let's give myself a bit more, shall we? So bow, bow, bring it through. There we go. And you just got to see the marvel that is my upside down bows. Right, so we'll just neaten this to how we want it to look, and we'll give that a snip like so. Beautiful. Okay, so we'll pop this out of the way in the moment because we're going to get our stamping done. So these are the two pieces. So for recap, the shaded spruce piece is 5.5 by 2, and this whisper white piece is 5.25 by 1 3/4. So we're just going to pop this down first. So the stamp set we're using is called Curvy Christmas. So as you can see, lots of curvy inspiration. The dies also have a curvy die, so if you wanted to emanate, so particularly for like these trees, it'll give the look of like a snowdrift. So I'm using this one here, which is May Your Days Be Merry and Bright, and then I'm using this like a star trail as well. So we'll get both of those out. You need quite a large block because, as you can see, it's quite a big stamp. So I'm going to use my eye block, and all I'm going to do is the best way to do a stamp that goes like this, because it can contort when it's photopolymer, is just let it fall naturally onto your grid paper and then pick it up. And then the same with the other, and this one I'm going to be using a H block. And again, there we go. So my ink is of course the matching shaded spruce. And what I like to do is I like to put the wording in first, and then we can put the stars around it. So I'm just going to try my best to get this into the middle of my card here. I'm just going to line that up and then into the centre like so. I'm happy with that. And then you need to just work out where these need to go and then go either side. So we'll ink that up. I'm just going to grab a piece of scrap grid paper because I don't want to mess up my other one. There we go. So we'll go above, like so, and then we'll ink up one more time to go below. And there we are. Okay, so pop that there, move these out of the way. We'll put that ink away before I put my arm in it. So the last thing I'm doing on this is on my other one I coloured the stars in just to pick them out. So I've got my So Saffron blend, and all you want to be careful here is that you don't go over that ink. As we've not used Memento, we have used actual shaded spruce, and they are water based, and so these alcohol markers will make them bleed and smear. So I'm just literally colouring in the centres, trying not to touch the ink there. Okay, flip that over, get some adhesive on the back. And then we'll line that in the middle of our shaded spruce here. There we go. And then what I did on this one is I just dimensioned it onto the top, but so that the ribbon goes through it. So now that the ribbon's on, we can position this one like so. I'll just grab some dimensionals, and all I want is 2 on each side, and I want them fairly close-ish together on each side to give enough room for that ribbon in the middle. We'll take these backs off, just pop them away, and pop this on straight as we can. There we go. Easy peasy. Which do you like best? Stripes or the more of a leafy branch? I'm not sure. I think I prefer the stripes. Anyway, thank you for joining me. Any products that you've seen in this video can be purchased online on my store, hullahbaloo.com/shop, or you can pop across to my blog where there will be details of all the measurements, all the products used, and how you can also purchase them, and how you can get your hands on this bundle with the exclusive paper. If you go down to the description box below, all the details are in there. And I will see you next time. Thank you for joining. Bye.